Hi everyone. Good morning. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Please confirm to me if you can hear me. Let me know if you can hear me.
Yes, Brian.
Yes, Brian. All right. Welcome to Success Within International. Welcome to the first breakfast meeting in the year 2024. And I'm going to be introducing you for those of us who maybe are just joining for the first time, or you've joined before, you've heard a few things about Success Within International, and you want to get more familiar with Success Within International. Well, I'll be helping you with that today. So give me a few seconds. Let me share my screen. Okay. So I believe you can see my screen. So who are we? Success Within International. We are a faith-based organization with we're a faith-based organization with the principal aim of igniting the success power within people with emphasis on the youth, right? So as you can tell here, and as you can see on the screen, our vision is to raise people of outstanding success for global relevance. So if you look around you, you can see people who are successful in their own right, in the things that they do in every aspect of their lives. And also we are not just people who are successful. We are not just people who have we're not just successful people anyway. We are people of outstanding success, and we're not just relevant in our local space. We are globally relevant. And I'm going to show you our core values. These are the values that we hold dear in Success Within International. And I want to ask someone or a few people from the list of participants here, just unmute yourself, tell us one core value that you know of Success Within International. Should I call names?
Diligence.
Diligence. Diligence. Well, thank you. Thank you, Ajali. Who else?
Excellence.
Excellence. Thank you. Osho, that's
Passion.
Osho.
Passion.
Passion. Thank you, Hope.
Spirituality.
Spirituality. Who said spirituality? Tolu. Okay. Thank you, Tolu. So what else? We still have some more.
Honesty. Integrity.
I admit we are actually honest people in Success Within International, but that is not one of our core values. Thank you, Richard. Who else? Okay. Oladapo. I didn't get that from Oladapo.
Integrity.
Integrity. Thank you. That was correct. Okay, so our core values, the acronym for our core values is SPEED. SSPEEDD. Spirituality. Everything we do here, this is a faith-based organization, as I said earlier. So everything that we do it as inspired by the Spirit of God, right? Synergy. We see ourselves as a team. We see ourselves as a family, and we make sure that everything we do, we help each other to achieve our goals. So there is this connection, there is this bond between us that allows us to actually work as one. And it has worked well for us so far. Passion. We are very passionate people in Success Within International. We are passionate about personal development. We are passionate about success. We are passionate about relevance. We are passionate about a lot of real good things. Some of us are passionate about cake too, but that's not a Success Within International thing. And exemplary lifestyle. We do not believe in just talking. We believe in walking the talk. Whatever you see us, whatever you hear from us, we are actually practicing, or we do our best to practice it. And excellent. We pursue excellence in everything we do. and we ensure that however well we do something, we try to make it better the next time. And discipline, we are a community of disciplined people. We know that without discipline, you cannot achieve success in anything. And so we ensure that we are disciplined in everything that we do. And diligent. All of these things are actually all that you need to be successful in life. Like our own definition of success, you need diligence. You need to put in the work. You need to work hard, right? And you need to make sure that you give your best in whatever you do. And our mission as a community, our mission is to help nurture youth for creativity and excellence, to teach youth God's way of success. The world out there has its own definition of success, but we follow God's definition of success, and basically we follow God's framework for success. Now, to help youth discover talent and purpose, they have it, and also to raise an army of people who will take over the economy positively. When we have people who understand God's way of success in at the highest echelons of society, you will have a healthier society, and that's what we are trying to achieve. Now, to help people ignite their potentials, that thing that is within you that the world needs, Success Within International as a community is here to help you bring it out. So also as an organization, there are many things that we do. We are involved in a number of projects and activities. During the course of the year, on a monthly basis, we have the monthly breakfast meeting. We have a prayer meeting. We have our webinars, and also we have some we have the SWI mentorship program. We have the SWI Professional Academy. We have the Success Within International Teens Boot Camp. And also we have, towards the end of the year, we have a charity drive called Project Smile. So we are involved in quite a number of things. And I believe that the more time you spend with us at Covenant, Jesus Christ, at Success Within International, you will learn even more. And you can also participate in any way you choose to. So once again, welcome to Success Within International. Thank you for joining us today.
All right, thank you for that, Isaac. Thank you so much. I'm sure by now we all know something about Success Within International. So, should I do a random check on what we got, or if Isaac wasn't just talking? So let me see. Please, can you tell us something you've learned about SWI? Or anybody really, just tell us something you've learned about. I'll say setup. Okay, so anybody, just tell us something you know about SWI, something you learned.
I can say something.
Yeah, okay, yes, you can.
Yeah, I joined I think a bit after we had started, but some of the points I took out would be the core values. So I had excellence, and I'll just stick with excellence. And one of my take away from that would be the fact that I have to walk the talk, or we have to walk the talk, which is not just saying, but actually doing what we say.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. Thank you so much, Olatunji. So without wasting much of our time, we'll be going straight into the session. And please, I hope you have your notepads ready, your pen, because this session is going to be really, really amazing. We're going to be having our very own Ogabi take us on strategic vision mapping and goal mastery. So please get your pens. If you haven't gotten them, get your notepads, because it's not just about attending this session. it's about learning, and learning you can do by writing down, going back to your notepad. And we also have a YouTube channel where we are currently live. So if you want to go back, you can always go back to the session to learn about it. All right, guys. So Ogabi, over to you.
Thank you so much, Olamide. Hi, everyone. Good day. I know that a couple of our people, I'm seeing some people from Canada as well. So I'm permitted to say good morning to my fellow Canadians. And good afternoon, good evening to others that are joining from the other part of the world. All right, so it's a privilege to be the one to host today's breakfast meeting. And I'll be talking about something titled Strategic Vision Mapping and Goal Mastery. So just to let you know, it's not usual goal setting masterclass. I think we did a lot on that December and early part of this year. By the way, can you hear me? Just to be sure you can hear me.
Loud and clear.
Oh, awesome. Thank you for that feedback. All right, so I'll be talking more on strategic vision mapping and goal mastery. And, there's something I'm going to be talking about, and it's more like us having an identity-based outcome rather than a process that comes from the external part, which is like an outcome-based identity. So I would like you to follow me closely and basically understand what I want to talk about and how it's going to change the course of your life throughout this year and even thereafter. All right. For those I'm just meeting for the first time, I would just like to do a brief introduction of myself so that you know who is talking to you this morning. All right. So my name is Adebayo Ajayi. My personal profile, 9 to 5, I work as a please can they are doing mute. Please. So my personal profile, I work as a project manager. I am a personal excellence coach. I basically help people succeed. And I'm an author as well as a speaker as well. Education, I have engineering degrees, both first and master's, and currently pursuing my MBA. Certification, I have a couple of certifications, project management, process improvement, and even diploma in brewing and distilling. My career, I wear a lot of hats. So I work as a project manager, like I said. I work as a Scrum consultant. I work as an adjunct professor in Canada. I consult for some organizations, and I also work as a project coach and business side of things as well. I have a project management learning institute, and I'm also working on starting a new business entirely. It's also in the learning phase, which is Valid Point, which will be launched in Canada by April this year by God's grace. So, and also I do private consulting services. So these are the hats I currently wear. All right, thank you all. Let's move straight to what we have for today. All right, so introduction, and personal growth through strategic vision mapping and goal mastery is key to unlocking our potential and living a fulfilling life. Like I said, I'm going to be talking about something very powerful today. I'm going to be talking about if you want to change an habit, how to move from the identity phase rather than from the outcome phase. And I'm going to show you that in full term. Over the years, a lot of people have said to me, oh, I want to build capacity, I want to develop myself, I want to do that and not. Yeah, that shall I call it that urge or that zeal is very critical. But if that zeal is not based on something that is sustainable, I can tell you for sure that it is just going to be like a phase, and that phase is going to pass, and you realize they're not building capacity. Every individual should have a strategic vision for themselves. And exactly what does strategic vision talk about? Strategic talks about the future you. And I'm saying this because this is very critical. Your strategic vision talks about the future you. So every single time you have to have a map that shows the future you. And that map and that idea of that future you is what will help you make solid decisions all around your life and help you build capacity. And even your yearly goal setting, it has to follow on those strategic visions. For example, someone that strategic vision is to probably just be a philanthropist. That kind of person will not, in the yearly goal, that kind of person would not set goals that have to do with, oh, I want to buy a house in Banana Island, I want to buy a foreigner. That kind of person, when setting the vision for career, it's not just be about learning, it will be learning about sustainable education, something that it is transferable to somebody else as well. So it's so critical for you and I to have a strategic vision. And I'm saying this because this is very critical. And before I proceed, let me say something. There are a lot of meetings, even myself, like on my calendar, like I join meetings to learn several meetings. But guess what? That is not what transforms individuals. What transforms individuals are what you take from a meeting and the actions you take after that meeting. And guess what? You might just take one thing that can change the course of your life. So I really want you to not be distracted in today's breakfast meeting. Just pay rapt attention and take what is for you and try to practicalize it. All right. So in today's, I'm going to be talking about what we call a personal growth blueprint. I'm going to talk about how to craft your strategic vision. I'm going to talk about setting and mastering personal goals. I'm not going to go into the details of how to set goals, but I'm going to tell you powerful things that make goals work for you. I'm going to tell you about how to overcome challenges and then practical steps for your journey. Let's talk about the personal growth blueprint. The personal blueprint involves creating a roadmap for growth for yourself. Of course, this means setting clear goals and identifying strengths and areas for improvement. This helps you to ensure that you get your desired outcome. And the first thing I'm going to talk about is a clear vision. And if you want to develop capacity in any area of your life, you have to be pragmatic about the kind of growth you get. And I'm saying this because everything rises and falls on vision. We've been told that everything rises and falls on leadership. I agree, but a leader, someone that is not a visionary leader, can also go find leadership. You have to have a vision. And like I said, I don't want to go into core details of, vision. Vision is basically the crucial component that gives you a sense of direction. Let me ask you a question, and I'm not talking about purpose now. Vision is the future you. So I'm going to pause now a bit just to make this session a bit practical. If I can ask anyone on the call, if I ask you, what exactly is your vision? Who can answer that question? What exactly is your vision? Like I said, clear vision acts as a guiding light, and it shows you your future you. So let me ask you a question again. What exactly is your vision? Who can answer that question for us? If you know you have your vision, let us know. What is your vision? What is your vision? Anybody? Anybody?
Yes, I can share mine.
Oh, thank you. Awesome, Tunji. Tunji, you saved me. Go ahead.
I hope I get it right, but I believe the vision should be like a long-term,
Correct.
where you see yourself long-term. So for me, my
Correct.
vision has always been to be someone of a global impact,
Yeah.
add value to different countries, and also stick to some foundational pillars, which is technology and entertainment.
Yeah, correct. And amazing. That's a clear vision. My wife said that vision is a picture of your desired future. Amazing. That's it. So vision is, in the next couple of years, who do you want to become? That's your vision. And my personal vision is basically to help people succeed and help them succeed well. And recently I coined the vision a bit different, and I said to help people succeed on a global scale. So if before I've been thinking Africa, my vision is basically encapsulated now on a bigger scale. So a clear vision acts as a guiding light that helps you stay focused, motivated, and resilient in the face of challenges. By the way, your vision should not always be about other people. Your vision can be that you want to be a very good product marketer and a very good one at that. That can be your vision. Like I said, vision speaks to the future you. So you not just a product marketer. Talk about something bigger than where you currently exist. So if your vision is something that you are currently doing and you're currently doing well, you need to enlarge your vision, because it means that you should be resting. But technically, your vision should propel you to the next years of your life. And the second thing, in order to have a personal growth blueprint, is once you have a clear vision, You need to align your actions with your vision. This is very, very powerful. And I see a lot of people struggle with this. And, I'm saying this again. If you go for a meeting and you take something from the meeting and you practicalize it, that is basically what makes your life better. And not just sitting in the meeting and not practicalizing what you are learning. That will not do anything. You've just wasted your time. And that's why when you're in a meeting, you avoid all distractions, you focus on what the meeting is talking about. The second thing is align your actions with your vision. Now, immediately you have that clear vision, ask yourself, my life, am I aligning my daily activities, my decisions to what I want to do? That's why I'm a very busy man, but every single time I have the course to change someone's life, I put everything aside. And I'm saying that because I'm very sincere about my vision. This morning alone, today alone, I have close to 4 presentations in 4 different meetings. 3 of them are remote. 1 of them, I'm driving about 1 hour to go for that meeting. And I'm excited. And I'm excited more than a Monday morning that I'm doing my 9 to 5 vision. By aligning our actions with our vision, we increase our chance of achieving personal success. If your mission probably is to be the top 10 richest man in the world, then anything about business, of course, you want to go into business, anything about business should interest you. You should align your actions with that your vision because it increases our chance of achieving personal success. This is past 4 a.m. in Canada and I'm awake. I'm excited and I'm not going back to bed again till probably 10 p.m. tonight because vision. I'm excited because it's an opportunity to be a blessing to somebody. That's what I live for, not project management. In short, I was telling someone recently that I love the fact that my project management aligns with what I want to do in life because project management is basically people management and it's leadership. So I'm excited. Vision. If you know your vision, everything you do should align to that vision because that's basically when you can say you are expressing a personal system. Now, when your goals and actions are in harmony, you experience all-round fulfillment and satisfaction. A clear vision helps you and I to stay committed, to persevere through obstacles. Because when situations come in life, you're excited because you are not looking at the obstacles, you are looking at the end goal of that your vision. And you also help you to make necessary changes along the way, which helps you and serve as that driving force that propels you towards your personal growth and success. I'm challenging you today. What is your clear vision? Write it out. Make it plain. Align your daily actions with your vision. And that's why when I review a lot of people's goals, I know for sure that what their vision is. So if you have a compelling vision, the bulk of your goals, maybe not all the sectors of your goal can align to that vision, but the bulk of your goals or the area that your vision is basically aligned to should be there. I was gisting with someone, and I was challenged. I think December and January, I bought close to 15 books, not like online books, physical hard copy books on Amazon. And I was listening to a message on a meeting for men, basically on developing capacity. I think it was last week Sunday, and the person leading that meeting, my pastor in my local church here. The man will be 55 this year. Said to us in that meeting that between December and now he has bought close to 60 books and he has spent close to $1,000. Why me? That I thought, oh, I'm doing well. I bought 15 books already in the later part of December and January. I can buy probably up to 100 at the end of the day. I was challenged. Vision. If your vision is to do something, what are you doing about it? Are you aligning your goals to those visions? And I've always said to people that everything in life gets intentionality. And if you think you wake up and you meet success, you actually have to go back to sleep. Because when you wake up, what you're going to meet is the path that you've done before you went to bed. If you actually want to wake up and meet something new entirely, then you have to do something new. That's why there's a quote that says that a man that wakes up and meets success was never happy. It means that man was doing something before going to bed. And the third thing I'll talk about under the personal growth blueprint is have the right system. I cannot overemphasize having the right system. James Clear once said that we fall to our goals, but we rise to our system. What does that mean? If your goal is, let me just give you a very basic example. If your goal is that your goal for the year is that I want to learn how to play keyboard, for example, that's your goal for the year, or one of your goals for the year, I want to learn how to play keyboard. What will help you play the keyboard is not just saying I want to learn how to play keyboard. What will help you to play keyboard is number one, did you pay for music class? One. Number two, did you subscribe online for music learning? Number three, do you learn the chords of the keyboard? Number four, do you have keyboard at home? That is exactly what makes you succeed, and not just the goal that says, I want to learn how to play keyboard. And coincidentally, I think last year, November, I bought a keyboard, and it's not something really big, but just for my pleasure and realistic. And I think I've learned how to play 2 songs now. So I'm trying, I'm almost there. So have the right system. If you want to do something, what system speaks to that thing? If you want to be a businessman, do you go for business conferences? Do you learn about money? Because if you want to be a businessman, you need to understand what money is and how to use money as a financial tool. Your system, the system around you, the kind of things you do every single day of your life, does this show that you are on that personal growth blueprint? And like I said, your vision might be purely career, and it's totally fine and is acceptable. What are you doing? If you want to be one of the best project leaders in the world, are you subscribing to PMI? Do you read project management articles? Like, having the right system. And the systems are actually what makes us better. The whole idea of goal setting is not even just meeting the goals. It's about building systems. Let me give you a good example. Maybe you want to learn about, you want to make more money in a year. Probably you'll be able to save 5 million last year, and your personal goal is to save 10 million. I don't worry, I'm using ambiguous examples, big examples to expand your mind, to know it's possible. So maybe you save 5 million last year, and you want to save 10 million this year, And last year, one of the things that helped you save 5 million is number one, you have a clear budgeting template that you use every day to track your expenses. Number two, you cut down on your wants and your needs by about 20%. Number three, you probably have more investment and you save well. What will help you save the 10 million this new year is building on those existing systems, because it was those systems that took you to 5 million. And that's why I've always said that the system is even more important than the goals. Great. Now, I want to talk about how to track a strategic vision. Number one, so before I go into it, I'll talk about the layers of behavioral changes. One of the books that the leaders of SWI are reading this year is Atomic Habits by James Clear. And I saw this very profound explanation. Now, there are 3 basically layers of behavioral change in our life. Like, there are basically three layers. The first one is our identity, that is our inner man. The second thing is the process, the things we do. And the third thing is our outcome. By the way, can you hear me? Are we still together? Let me hear just some comments. Are we still together? Are we good? Feedback? Are we good?
Yes, we are good. We are good. Yeah.
Awesome. All right. So I will talk about crafting strategic vision. So there are 3 layers for behavioral change. We have the inner man, your identity. The second thing is the process, that is what you do, and the third thing is the outcome. A lot of times we want to change or want to build new habits by changing our outcome. It will never work. So people call it an outcome-based identity. That's what some people call it, an outcome-based identity. Outcome-based identity is that you want to change your inner man from the things you do. No, it doesn't work that way. Let me give you a good example. So this is talking about, sorry, I'm a lecturer, so I like it, the annotation. It's like you want to change your life like this. You want to change your life by moving from outcome. Let me give you a good example. Let me explain the second part, and I'm not going to give you the example. Why the best way to make any change is called identity-based change. I will explain. So this is talking about, rather than changing from your outcome, you start changing your identity. And I will explain what I mean. I mean that rather than moving from outcome to identity, you change from identity to outcome. You move up. I will explain. If someone says, probably someone that an habit, let me use smoking as an habit, for example. If someone that wants to quit smoking says, I want to stop taking cigarettes, that is an outcome-based identity. The person wants to move from outcome downwards. But imagine someone else saying, no, I'm not a smoker. That's a different thing entirely. Both of them wants to stop smoking. The first one says, I want to stop smoking. The person is talking about, he doesn't want to start from the outcome. The outcome is smoking to change the inner man. But it might work, it might not work, it might take longer. But a better way to go about it is first to say, you know what, I am not a smoker. So the person is not even just looking at, the things that the external features that come out of that process. The person is looking at changing the identity. Does that make sense? Now let me use it in a very practical way. Someone says that he wants to be on a global impact. So someone saying, the person should not say that, oh, I want to do this, I want to do that. The person would come from this angle. I am a global person. Now, because the person has started the change or started crafting the vision from the identity, the person already believes I'm a global speaker. The person makes decisions, learn about how to speak globally, and of course, those are the processes, and that person then become such a global speaker. So if your clear vision is to be one of the leading product marketer, or for example, the person says vision is that I want to be the chief marketing officer in a Forbes 100 company. Now, that's what the person wants to become. Now, the person now saying, you know what, I am. These are what you speak to yourself, that I am a CMO in a Forbes 100 company. You start making decisions like someone like is a chief marketing officer. You start crafting your write-ups. You start submitting reports like a C-suite executive member. Such a person will demand more results because the processes will align more than someone just focusing on the outcome. I hope what I said makes sense to you. Have an overall picture of how you want to end, claim it as your identity, then you build the process so that what you already have in you can come out. That's why my role model, Sam Adeyemi, once said that everything starts within, then without. So live your strategic vision as your identity, and then express the processes, and then you witness the outcome. Then you see that it's a better way to actually craft your strategic vision. Know what you want to, how you want to end, claim it as your identity, build on the processes, and then you're able to get your desired outcome. I hope this makes sense to somebody. So everything you want to become, start it now, claim it now, then you begin to execute it on a larger scale. Also, sorry about that. Also, in crafting your strategic vision, one of the things you need to do is also called self-reflection. Ask yourself, what are your personal strengths and what are your personal values? What are your aspirations? Because, I'm still talking about crafting your strategic vision. You need to know exactly what your personal strengths are, what your personal values are, in order for you to get to where you need to get to. Very, 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 very important. Okay? Then the second thing is understanding what success means to you. Success means different things to different people. And you have to know when you can say, oh, then I can claim I am successful. Because if you don't understand this, then you will not be able to build a lasting strategic vision for your life. So know what and I call this doing partner SWOT analysis. Partner SWOT analysis is more like identify your strengths, identify your weaknesses, which is, of course, this is internal to you. And then you are strategic about the external factors, which are your opportunities and threats. Oh, what are the things happening in the world that I can take advantage of? These are your opportunities. And what are the things happening in your environment that you have to run away from? These are the threats. So in order for you to know your personal strategic vision, and like I said, what gives you the highest value is what you do after this meeting. So if you want to build a strategic vision, look at your personal values, your strengths, and understand what success means to you. The second thing that helps you build this strategic vision is that you then need to create a compelling and a concise vision statement for your life. Let it be loud, let it be obvious. You wake up in the morning, you see this strategic vision. This is exactly what I want to live for. This is how I want to align myself and all. Then, once you are able to create that compelling vision statement, you then align your values with your core values. Great. And of course, after you have been able to craft your vision, you then need to set pragmatic goals, which are the processes that helps you become who you want to be. And the first one is set SMART goals. I've always said to people that the word SMART has been overflowed. And I was teaching some students yesterday, and I asked them what are SMART goals. And I'm not a racist, but I just want to use this clause. And there were a group of people from the Asian part of the world, and they didn't even know what the acronym SMART means. And I'm like, oh, you know what? Almost every Nigerian know what the word acronym SMART means, but we are not even taking practical action to learn it, to execute what it says. So if we Nigerians know exactly what the word SMART is, how come we don't practicalize SMART in our objective? So the word SMART, of course, means specific. Ensure that your goal is specific. So what does specific mean? What is your who do you want to meet? What do you want to do? Where do you want to go to? And why do you want to do what you are doing? Let your goal be measurable as well. You cannot, there's this thing I learned a long time ago, that you cannot improve what you don't measure. And what you don't measure, you cannot even monitor. So ensure that you're able to monitor the goals that you set for yourself. Are your goals attainable? That is the A. Make it challenging, but make it possible. Don't tell yourself you want to make 5 billion when you have not even made 1 million. Let your goal be challenging, but let it be possible. Are realistic. Closely connect to your goal. So don't just set goals that is last afraid. Be connected to your goal and understand that you can achieve it. And C, timely. Ensure that you put a time box on your goals. If you say, I want to do something this year it ends December 31st, 2024. If I want to let something this quarter ends March 30. So ensure that you put a time towards whatever you want to achieve. And as the project manager, it means that every action from every meeting must have a due date and an action owner. So if you don't have a due date, trust me, it is, and that's why even personally, when I want to do anything, I put a deadline to it. If you don't put a deadline, it's just a wish. You will not follow through it, or you might not follow through it as well. The second thing under setting goal is setting goal matrix. This is so important. And I'm going to tell you exactly what setting goal matrix. You have to set goals the right way. And I'm telling you the truth. If you don't set goals the right way, you will not be able to effectively execute what you set. How can you set goals the right way? I've always said, have a sector you want to set the goals on. Don't just say, oh, I want to do this, I want to do that. No. The example of sectors can be your life will. The life will include your career, education, if you're a student, your finance, your family, your recreation, your health life, your fulfillment, like all those areas are the sectors. So pick each of those sectors, then set goals on them. Now, after you have picked the sector, the second thing is the objective. What do you want to achieve in those objectives? So let me pick finance, for example. Finance, objective that I want to make 2 million naira in 2024. That is a SMART objective. 2 million naira in 2024. Then after I have done the objective, you then need to put the strategy or the systems that you need to do that can get you those 2 million. So after I have done that, take the next sector again. If it's health, if it's spirituality, what is the objective? Then set your very practical goals. So these are how to set and master your personal goal. Now, how can you create a sustainable habit? And I love this part a lot. Now, James Clear once said that there are 4 ways, after you have set your goals, it's one to set a goal. This year, my wife and I started using a daily tracker. So it's a tracker that after you have set your goals, you can go every day to tick those things that you say you want to do daily. And weekly, you go there and tick those things you want to do weekly. Monthly, you go there to tick the things you want to do monthly. And at the end of the year, you look at it and have an overall landscape. And the funny thing is that thing helps you. You are even, you say you always do this, you not do this, what's happening? So it kind of puts you in check and very important. Now, the ultimate purpose of habits is to solve problems of life with little energy and effort as possible. And I will explain this. A lot of times, a lot of us spend so much time on doing something. That's why those things don't work. Every single time you have to put excess effort consistently, run away from such things. Because ideally, everything that best results should use latent energy. And if I remember clearly in physics, latent energy is basically, let me just eat of latent fusion. If I remember that, it says that what is the degree of temperature that can basically take ice to liquid state by 1 Kelvin or something around that. So that energy is talking about something that can ignite and not something sustainable. So if you spend effort at the beginning of every task.
That's what you do. You don't. That my power bank has stopped working because of TikTok.
Admin, can you please mute stuff like that? Okay, apologies for that, guys.
Sorry about that, sir.
Okay, so like I said, your effort you should set maximum effort to start an activity. But once you have to spend the same effort consistently, something is wrong. And that's why, of course, to start is always the toughest. But if you think you are going through life ordeal, like everything is tough every single time, watch that habit. Is that you don't have the right craving or you don't have the right cue for that habit. I'm going to explain all this. Don't worry. Just enjoy with me. So I'm going to teach you something very powerful. I learned it from James Clear. And 4 things to build sustainable, very easy habits. The first one is cue. I'm going to talk about 4 things: the cue, the craving, the reward, and the response. Now, the cue is an information that predicts reward. And don't worry, I'm going to explain that. Of course, the word cue. Cue is something that gives you a clue to say, you know what, okay, do this time. The second thing is craving. So after let me just, I want to be very practical in explaining this. So let's say that you want to make more money. The cue is the reason why you want to make more money. Are you with me, guys? Is someone still with me? Great.
Yes, sir, we're with you.
All right. The cue is let your reason be very strong to do anything. Let your reason be so strong that you cannot sleep at night. Let your reason be so strong that you cannot sleep. That's the cue. Always have the reason for doing anything. The second one is the craving. The cravings are now that you have seen the reason why you want to do that thing. The second one is the cravings are the motivational forces behind that habit. Does it make sense? So something that attracts you to do it. So now you have seen the reason why you want to do it. What attracts you to do it? Are the cravings basically very easy? Are they available? So I'll give you an example of craving. So an example of craving is that you want, like, of course, the cue is that, oh, you want to save more money. An example of craving is that, oh, maybe you want to travel more. You want to save more money to travel. You want to buy a new car. You want to buy a new house. You want to be a philanthropist. Like, those are examples of craving. So let those cravings be solid. That, you know what, oh, this is so solid and I know what, I can't just do without it. The third one is the response. The response is that those things that so now that we talked about the cue is the reason, the why. And, you said, okay, why do I want to, cue is what you want to do basically, sorry. So, well, you want to save more money. You want to save 5 million. The second thing is the craving. So like I said, the cravings are the motivational forces behind those habits. Now, you've told yourself, okay, why do I want more money? Basically, the cravings is now telling you, oh, because you want to go on more vacations, you want to buy houses, you want to build houses, you want to buy new cars, you want to give to people. Like, let those cravings be there to you. So every time you want to form an habit, write all this now. The cue, what you want to do. The cravings, why do you want to do what you want to do? Then the third one is the responses. Now, the system that you've now put in place to achieve your financial target ensure that the habit to perform is something that I'm going to tell you what to do with all this for. So those are the responses. The response is now what you do towards actualizing that habit of financial management. And the last one is reward. At the end of the goal, what will that habit teach you? Now, let me go to something more practical. The first one is that in order to ensure you build a sustainable habit, let your cue be obvious. So if you say, I want to save 5 million naira in a year, let that cue be very obvious. Put it, and that's why there's only called vision boarding. Very practical stuff. Let it be obvious to you. So if you want to reduce from maybe 80 kg to 60 kg, write it out. Let the cue be obvious. I want to lose 20 kg. If you want to build a big business, write the name of the business if you have the name. Write the vision of that business. Write what you want to do. Let your cue be obvious. Like I said, the cue are the information that predicts the reward. Make your cue obvious in life. Whatever you want to do, whatever habit, whatever goal, you want a new job, write it, I want a new job. Let your cue be obvious. The second thing is craving. Ensure your craving is attractive. So even though cravings are the motivational forces behind every habit, why do you want to do what you want to do? Ensure it's attractive. It's not something that is difficult that you'll not be able to change it. the response, the things you will do, make it easy. Like I said to you, whatever is not easy, you will not be able to beat constant effort in it. So some of you want to start reading for the first time this year. So put the book on your bed, put the book in the toilet. You know, I used to put my books to read on my reading table, and I realized that when I come to my table, this table, I'm not using office work or that is I don't read. So what's the best thing for me to do? I took those books, they are beside my bedside upstairs in my bedroom. So when I want to sleep at night is the best time I read. So, and I realized that I started reading at least 3 times in every working week. I read a book before going to bed. That is how to make your cue obvious. So if you want to read a book, do something, put your cue, which is reading the book itself, so that you can easily grab it. Some of you spend like 30 minutes in the toilet, pressing phone. Put those books in the toilet. The second thing is make it attractive. Read books you love. Start with the books you love. Don't read books on how to build the 7th wonder, the 9th wonder of the world. Read books that you love. If you love love, read books on love. If you love money, read books on finances. If you love business, read books on businesses. Make it attractive. And the third one is response. So even though you have made it attractive, let it be easy. So don't start with 10 chapters per day. Start with 1 chapter per day. So some of you want to start reading your Bible now. You want to read the whole book of Jonah in 1 day. Relax. So ensure that you make your response easy. Your response towards that habit. You want to read a book, that is the book. I've said the key is to make the book obvious. Put the book where you can easily see it. Craving, ensure you're reading a book that you love, that you enjoy. Then your response, make it a lot easy. Once you make it easy, you realize that your response towards that thing is so easy to get. Whatever is difficult consistently, just run away from it. It doesn't make sense. You will not do it. So response, like I said, make it very easy that you can easily have access to it. And reward, when you finish the habit you want to develop, ensure that it is so satisfying for you. So for me, I have monthly books target I want to read. When I do it, I'm always excited. And one of the things we do in my home is we celebrate milestones. So like it can be as if, oh, you guys, movie night, let's eat popcorn, let's go for ice cream, let's go to a restaurant to have a nice meal. Like celebrate yourself and give yourself a target that once I finish this particular habit or this task or this objective, I want to celebrate myself so that it is satisfying. And that is how to create a sustainable habit. And I'm going to rush through this. Of course, challenges. I've said this, I've said the cue, I've said the cravings, I've said the response, I've said the reward. It's not just going to be very, very easy. You may have challenges, especially those that have created their compelling vision, but acknowledge that challenges will occur in life. There is no way you can run away from challenges. It will always occur. Whether with wearing Prada or wearing hat or wearing baseball cap, it will come. So it's not, even God said to us, many are the afflictions of the righteous, Psalm 34 verse 19. Many are the afflictions of the righteous, but the Lord God has helped us to read them all. It will come. So just get ready. Number 2, to overcome obstacles. When you see obstacles, relax first. Some of you will see problem. One of the competencies I've developed over the years is that I love problems. And I'm saying it with every single thing I have. I love problems. Like, one of the things that has really helped me in life is that when you call me on phone and tell me, oh, Ogabi, this is, I'm like, okay, I just laugh first. Okay, something is very, very, okay, no problem. So the next I take as you're telling me that, oh, what can we do? What can we do? So when problems basically occur, I've developed the competency to relax and then see how we can do it. I will never, I'm not always agitated when I hear problems. I start from relaxation. Now, when you do that, it will help you break down the issue. Okay, what can I do? And when you need external help, then you can seek support. And let's also try to learn from failure, because, that same sword that David used to kill Goliath, he needed it in the cave of Adullam. So you need to ensure that you learn from your failure, because there's this powerful book by Justin Spessman. It's called The Picks. I've talked about this book like 3-4 times this week. Interesting. I think I need to read that book again. So it's called Picks and Valleys by Justin Spessman. The book, one of the things about the book is that it said, whatever we learn the book talks about in life, we are never going to have it all smooth. There'll be peaks, which are the high part in life, and the low part in life, which are our valley. That's what the book talks about, the peak and the valley. That's what the book talks about in life. We have the peak, the high part, and the low part, which is the valley. Now, when you are in the valley, whatever you learn during that phase will help sustain you to stay in your peak longer. That's what the book is all about. So actually, when you experience failure, be excited because you have learned something that you know that will help you to sustain your success as well. If you have not failed before, get ready, it's going to come. So I'm not cursing you. It's just a normal process of life. Spiritually, mentally, psychologically, it's a normal process. And then, of course, you adapt because, when I was in secondary school, they taught us that characteristics of living things, Mr. Niger D. And I remember when I was in primary 4, they changed that into Mr. Niger AD. The A they added to the D was adaptability because human beings, we have to adapt. And the last part is stay motivated. Once you have your reason, you'll be excited all the days of your life. You know what you are living for, which is, of course, your desired future. I'm refraining from talking about purpose, but I'm focusing on the vision. And you know your why. How can you stay motivated? Set milestones. Me, I set milestones for me in terms of my career, one. Number two, I set milestones for me in terms of what I want to do in every aspect of my life. So I have milestones. In this year, 2024, I know how much I want to eat financially, like target. I know where I want my career, what I want my career to look like. I know what I want my businesses to look like. So I'm not just going without a focus. After, of course, which is a clear vision, set your personal milestones. Then last on self-care. Take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. So enjoy yourself. Go and take ice cream. Just walk to a pizza store, buy yourself pizza. Go to Cold Stone, go for spa. Let them press your back and smoothen it. Just enjoy your life. And that's exactly how to stay motivated. You know what? Create a vision board. I've talked a lot about how to make whatever you want obvious. Create a vision board. This is basically a visual representation of your goals and aspirations. And create a daily planning ritual. The ritual is what I've talked about, which is basically incorporating your goal-related tasks into your daily routine and maintaining consistency. I've taught you 4 ways to create sustainable habits. The Q, by making it obvious. Number 2, the cravings. Ensure they are very easy. And I've talked about your response as well. Ensure that your response are attractive. And I've talked about the reward. Ensure that the reward is basically what satisfying to you. Thank you so much. Any question for me? Any question? Any question for me? Any question? Any question? I'm willing to take your question. Any question? Any question? So I've learned that when you go for a meeting and people don't ask questions, it can mean 2 things. Number 1, the question is too much. When I say too much, like it's too loaded and people are still trying to take it in. Or the second thing is that, you know what, we want to speak out of our face. So I'll assume that is the first of all. Okay. Okay. All right. There are no questions. Thank you, everyone. Over to you, Olamide. Someone said, now that's part I won't try, but I get one. Where is it? I don't want to try to feel laugh when they tickle you.
All right. Good morning again, everyone. Thank you so much, Agabi. Hello? Can everyone hear me?
Yes, I can.
Yes. So thank you so much, Agabi, for that amazing session. I mean, so loaded that I'm sure I would have to go back to the YouTube video to just, watch it and catch up on everything that was said. Thank you so much, Agabi.
Welcome.
And I mean, the chat box is saying the same thing. So I'm seeing people saying, thank you so much, Agabi. Thank you for the amazing session. Richard Essien says, now that's fine, I won't try, but I get one issue. I feel they laugh if they massage me. I mean, so thank you for the session. Do you by any chance have a template for goal setting or vision boarding? Okay, so I think this is a question to you, Agabi.
Yes, I'll drop it on the group.
Okay, thank you, sir. Okay, thank you so much, sir. Before we go, since we didn't have any questions, I have some questions for you guys. So what did you learn? 3, 4 people, what did you learn?
Hello, boss. Hello? I don't get. Hello?
Yes, yes, we can hear you. We can hear you. I think someone was trying to speak. We can hear you, or we could hear you.
So I can hear you. I think it was the student.
Okay, Ajali, do you want to tell us some of the things you learned? Okay, so you guys are saying a lot of thank yous, but you're not letting us know what you learned. I mean, I want to learn from what you learned.
I think so. For me, I think one of the highlights for me is seeing part of things clear, how to go about setting a goal or how to go about forming habits. The entire process there, I think is something I want to imbibe right into my current workflow, and I'm hoping that once I put that into what I currently do, it would boost my ability to meet the goals I have.
Great.
Thank you, Ajali, for that. Thank you. Who else? Who else? Okay, Thomas, you want to say something?
Yeah, good day, everyone. Thanks so much, Agabi. So some things that stood out to me. I joined the strategy and transactions department of my organization, and I've always heard Agabi say this, and to some extent, I've implemented it in my life. It is why the organizations have visions, goals, and core values, mission, strategic objectives, and all of that. Organizations have it. And one thing I started telling myself some years back is I am my first company, I'm my first business, I'm my first organization. So I was in a strategy session yesterday again, and we're discussing we're redefining and revalidating the vision, like a 5-year strategy that we're developing with the business. So we're doing the re-strategizing or validating their strategy, their mission, vision, and core values. And I was privileged to facilitate that session, like the discussion around it. And while thinking about it, I was thinking about myself. And this whole thing that was shared today was aligning with me because we're expanding on how their core values define their culture of their business, which defines the culture of their business, defines how the like, and for individuals that would be like our habits, right? It defines our habits, which will reflect how we live our daily lives, which will translate into our missions and our vision. And the session today made it more personal to me. I experienced it organizations wise, but now it's relating to me, how I can make myself my first priority business and live that kind of life and see myself the way Apple probably sees itself or the managers of Apple. So I want to thank you for the framework and the insights shared, and I look forward to putting them into practice and seeing the results. Thank you, Agabi.
Thank you, Thomas, for that. Goodness, your hand is up.
Good day, everyone. Thank you so much for this insightful session. So one thing I learned is that it's not enough to just set goals, but we should create a system. Like, the system is very, very important. That's that.
Thank you very much. Goodness, systems for success. I mean, goals are things that you can just write down and, for the sake of, okay, I'm setting goals, everybody's setting goals. Oh, I think I need to take my life seriously. But if you do not apply, if you do not do the things you need to do, then it will just be ideas written down. And I mean, for you to actually do these things, you need to put things that will put you in check to ensure you're constantly doing them. Thank you so much. Goodness. Richard, you want to say something?
Yeah, checking. Good evening. Can you hear me? Good evening. Can you hear me?
Yes,
Yes.
I can.
You can hear me. Oh, yeah. So what I want to say, it's about firstly about the goals and something very interesting that the speaker said. He said that those things that entice, those things that are your goals, that you should try and make them enticing. Like he made the example of the book. Is a book. Try and make the book cover very, very enticing, very, very attractive. And it really struck me because I came to understand that means even though we have vision, we have goals, that it might get to a certain point that we might lose interest. So it's the way we package or the way we try to rebrand our vision that keeps us on that same track to achieve it. And also, he mentioned something about the reward system, like try and reward yourself. I know that for me, I reward myself by taking myself to eateries, but he's mentioned something about the spa. I didn't see it at that point. I was thinking that maybe it's until I get married, maybe I will go with my spouse and everything. So that means as a single person, I can do so many other things as a reward system to me. So I really appreciate a lot for this session. Thank you very much, sir.
For that, you just reminded me of something that Ogabi taught us during his goal setting class, and it's about vision boarding. So it's very easy for our realities to have a bigger picture than what we want. So you can have a picture of where you want to go. Say, for example, you want to build a 5-story duplex, 5-story apartment or something, but currently you are living in a face-my-face-you bungalow. It's very easy for you to lose sight of the fact that there's a dream, there's something you want to do, and just sink into your reality. So make your vision attractive, make it plain, let it be visible for you. So thank you so much for that. And also reward is very important. I mean, a lot of us just want to set goals. Reward yourself. These are the things that will actually keep you on track. So thank you very much, everyone, for your time here. I'll just quickly go through the chat box. We had people say, I learned how crafting a strategic vision starts from changing my identity and not the outcomes I want to see. So it begins in your mind. So daily planning rituals are important to achieve our goals, regardless of how smart we may have set them. So yes, in the end, it's about implementation, not just setting the goals. Systems are what make solid goals and repetitive results. To change a habit, focus on identity, not outcome. Thank you so much, everyone. Go through the chat box, you see that we've also shared the goal setting template as well as the presentation. If you're in our community, we will definitely... All right, who is that? Okay, Alex and Bata, you want to say something?
No, I'm not saying anything. It was a mistake.
Okay, all right. I guess that was a mistake. All right. So if you're in our community, you would would send you the goal setting template as well as the presentation. I mean, if you also registered for this session, we would share it with you as well. Please do well to go back to the YouTube. You need to constantly refresh your mind. You need to go back, pick some of the gems you were not able to pick here, and I mean, let's apply them to our lives. Like our goals, like our core values say, we must walk the talk. We have to do what we say we want to do. So please have an amazing week, an amazing month. See you on the community if you're part of us. See you next breakfast meeting if you are not on the community. And I mean, if you're not on the community, you are missing. So have a great week, everyone. Bye.
Bye, everyone. Thank you.